Hey, welcome to the Inside Integration Podcast. We have a special edition today. I am joined, as always, by my partner, Jayson Savage.
Hello, everybody.
And I guess we really don't need this border anymore,
I
right?
don't think so.
Yeah, we can get rid of that.
Chuck that out of here.
Chuck that out of here. Jayson and I are we are in person. I am live in Jayson's home studio, and we're gonna go through some stuff today. I think.
We're doing something different on this episode of the BS. It's kind of we are wrapping up from a lot of travel here in the last little while, a bunch of events, a lot of dealer outreach, and we think it's a good time to sort of recap some of that. And because Chris happened to be up here for the Sony Line Show in the Pacific Northwest, which of course we'll talk about, figured why not capture him here in my home studio, which maybe didn't sound exactly right, but
you
can leave. You can leave anytime you want, man. There's no barrier to the door here. If you're feeling unsafe, you got to get by me first.
Right.
But
right.
You
and the dogs.
And the dogs.
Cody and Bentley are going to keep me.
Yeah, if Cody and Bentley happen to make a cameo in this, it's just part and parcel of doing podcasts from your house, right?
I'm blinking as fast as I can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just if it's in Morse code, so they're in good shape. But yeah, it's been a pretty wild couple of months, frankly.
Yeah.
Between some of the follow up of some of our previous episodes where I'm schlepping across the universe and Chris is traveling all over the place, and to come to this week to be able to spend a couple of days together here in the Pacific Northwest in actual face-to-face sort of orientation, which is nice.
Yep.
And get out in front of a bunch of dealers for the Sony Line Show and travel around and create some content. So we should probably talk about all of this. And of course, because we mentioned him and because he decided to show up and make an appearance,
what's up, dude?
Is Cody Savage. So tell all the folks at home, hi, Cody, and it's time to take your toys and beat it.
Okay. Go get your shine box.
Yeah, go get your shine box, Jimmy. Go get your shine box. Exactly. Man.
Yeah. So and as Jayson said, I mean, we've been rolling around. It's just kind of part of rep life, right? Like you go around, you go to the territories, you see the dealers, you put on the shows, we do all this good stuff, and it's sometimes it's a grind, but it's kind of a fun grind. I think or most of the time, at least.
Yeah, there are worse ways to make a living, and I could say that about a lot of different industries. But if you're a social animal, and I'll just call myself that, I guess I'm not exactly sure how Chris feels about the general public on like any given.
Oh no, I hate everyone, okay. But it's okay.
Yeah, you still love everybody at the same time, but. Right. Yeah, really great to be able to get out and spend some time with some folks. And apologize for our rude interruption, but our unwanted guest here has decided to make himself known.
Cody's all good, man. Cody's all good
for this episode. But we should start off with the Sony Line Show. I mean, what a great turnout! Thank you guys that made the effort to come out and brave what I would say is a pretty typically crappy Pacific Northwest day. When people hear bad things about the Pacific Northwest and the rain, that could have been one of the Chamber of Commerce type of days for that kind of situation.
It was exactly as described by everybody who I've ever talked to about coming to the Pacific Northwest. It was gorgeous when I landed. The day of the show, it was just a total shit show.
Yeah, it was a mess, but I mean, we still had over 40 guys show up. We had people fly in from as far away as Boise, Idaho. We had some guys fly in from Spokane. We had guys drive down from Bellingham, Washington. So I mean, shout out to the guys at Reference. Shout out to the guys at Ramey and Sync AVI, and of course, shout out to our good friends over at Infinite from Boise.
Oh yeah,
I mean, great,
just awesome. I mean, and I mean that was kind of what came across was like. A lot of dealers braved a lot of conditions to get here to see the demos and to see the Sony stuff. And like we could not appreciate that more. You guys are just absolutely awesome. We are so happy to be part of such a great dealer community. And, you guys support us and we love supporting you. So, it literally meant the world to us to have a full room on a rainy day, nasty with the traffic, what it was.
Absolutely.
And, really and not that we were all just there, for fun, but I mean, the demos were great. Like everything went well. The Sony team was like on point. It was just a great event.
I think it speaks, to your point, the braving the weather and all that stuff. I think it's kind of speaks not only to the power of the demo,
Yeah.
but here's my chance to give you a few flowers. I mean, you worked your butt off to promote it and made these crazy videos, and we did all of these, marketing activities, and we talked about it on the podcast. So, I mean, outside of obviously the outreach, there was a great foundation for guys to be able to connect with and get out there. So, kudos to Mr. Barlo for all the effort there, but also, I mean, it speaks to the power of what people saw. That Bravia 9 demo is
Great
no
demo.
slouch of being able to convince you that, oh, there's something unique and something cool going on here. That was really striking, and I mean, you and I had the luxury of being able to check it out in
It's
Oakland,
true.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
But
we've seen this also demo a lot.
but it's I mean, my eyes are still a bunch of blue dots because I kind of looked at that. But I mean, I've never wanted to buy some competitive samples and rip them to pieces more
it's
than to
true.
be able to show a similar demo. And whether or not that would work in a showroom setting or not, there's probably some doubt.
There's probably some liability issues there as well. Sure.
It's possible, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, if you don't know what we're talking about, check out SonyPremiumHome.com to get all the details on the Sony Bravia 9, Bravia 7, Bravia 8 is so sexy with the nice
so great.
back on it. So you can still get really cool looking OLEDs. Got the King of TVs is still in the mix.
Still in the mix.
So, I mean, really, thank you for coming out and checking it out. But, I think it was a great day. And I think, again, the power of Sony kind of shone through all that stuff, and the turnout sort of reflects that, I think.
What's great about that demo is that when you see the demo, I can describe it. It's no secret now. It's been kind of on the road, but it's basically two displays with the front picture part taken off, and you actually see where the LEDs are, the backlight, and you can tell very apparently which one is the Sony and which one is the competitor. And what's really nice is that when you see the demo, if you do it without the sunglasses on, that stays with you. So when you close your eyes, you can absolutely see seared upon your retinas that the Sony has much finer
image
control.
Yeah, much better image control of the backlighting system. So yeah,
I still see it every time I close my eyes. It's great.
It's a bright one. So I mean, 4,000 nits of brightness doesn't come without
no slouch,
some horsepower. So pretty exciting demos there.
Some of the reactions from the hotel staff, that were kind of peeking their head. You just see this ominous blue glow, purple glow coming out from underneath the door.
Yeah, very Ghostbusters. Right?
Yeah, very Ghostbusters, very haunted mansion, right? And some of these folks just kind of poked their heads in and came out, and it's like, whoa, okay, great. Yeah. I'm not going to do that again.
I don't know why I should know better than to peek my head into rooms that I'm not supposed to be looking in.
Yeah, just go refill that carafe. We need more coffee. Thank you.
Yeah, there was a lot of coffee being drunk. This is Seattle after all, right? So you gotta get past that. And on top of that, we were able to get out and do some dealer visits. Been able to get out and see a few folks along the way here. During our session, and something that we've been working on internally as a team, and you're looking at the team.
This is truly a team-wide thing.
I know. I'm teasing everybody. So yeah, these are jokes. These are jokes. The idea behind using our marketing capabilities and our marketing outreach and Chris's capabilities to create content and really gin up some appearances and really add a layer of credibility, if you will, to what some of our dealers are doing out there.
Yeah,
we know that there are some very honed, very refined branding exercises and some reputations that have been built over decades in this industry, and that is not anything that we want to tarnish.
Nope.
Mangle, dent, even
look at sideways.
Polish is all we're trying to do here, trying to get a little bit of that shine.
Show off.
Exactly. So one of the things that we're working on here, and something we should be staying tuned for out there, is some of the sizzle reel and dealer highlight and dealer focus content that we're creating. So if you're a customer of Oliver Marketing and you're buying products, from Sony, you're buying Soniance, you're buying Elemental, you're buying some of our key brands, and
Salamander, NAD,
Screen Innovations, Lenbrook, Blue Sound, you've got a mix of products that you highlight that we obviously carry and we support, but we are brand agnostic as far as that goes. These commercials are not about brand focused. These are about your brand.
Right.
So what we'd like to do is be able to create some content, create some sizzle reel stuff that we can post on our platform that highlights you.
Right.
So if you're interested in some free, I'm just going to throw that out there. Maybe we can put some pops and
some chirons and
some dollar bills flying around us right now. But this is the service that we want to provide for you as a customer of Oliver Marketing. So you've got an initiative,
Yep.
you've got a story, you've got a project you want to highlight, you want to get creative. Talk to us, talk to Chris. We can make some of that stuff happen for you.
Yeah, one thing we're really trying to do with this effort is, there are, one of the things I like most about this community and most about this role and kind of what Jayson and I are doing is we are truly a community, right? Like this is a very large custom integrator community. There are so many folks out there who are doing such cool things in a lot of different ways. And I don't know if your experience is the same as mine, but when somebody asks me what I do, usually it kind of defaults to, yeah, I put in speakers and I hang TVs and I do this or whatever. Like you can't really articulate, what it is we actually do, how, what's out there, what cool stuff, what goes into these projects. Just the planning and the wire pulling and making sure that you're, respectful of other sub trades and that sort of thing. And that's the kind of thing that we're trying to highlight, right? Because we're all, if you're watching this, you're probably part of the CI community, and it's kind of cool to see what other folks are doing, and it'd be really great to be able to highlight what you're doing and how that may be different or better or just really really interesting. So that's kind of our appeal for this thing.
Yeah.
We were kind of bumping around. We did it in a couple of places in the last few weeks, and it seems like it's going to be something that comes together and just kind of short highlight video, and let's show people what we've got in this industry.
Yeah, I think some targeted messaging too would be really effective if you're trying to get in front of those architects, you're trying to get in front of those designers, you're trying to get in front of the decision makers to get into those jobs early, to have a video link that you can send them. Hey, we were featured on the Oliver Marketing channel,
Yeah.
on their socials. This is what we're about. And to Chris's point,
Here's a 4-minute reel.
yeah,
Right?
not defining yourself by the services that you provide or the products that you sell. I mean, yes, I'd love to hear that you're a Sony dealer and a Soniance dealer and everything else, but for a lot of people that kind of falls flat to sit there and, maybe expound on your expertise and say,
Right.
I believe that you should have music in every part of your home, because music makes your life better. Thank you to the guys from Soniance for
Right. That is a ready-made
imprinting that
Absolutely.
on us, because it's so apropos, it's so true. And people, oh, I'm not an audiophile, or I don't want to be at a concert every day. And I would say, if you got ears on your head and they work, chances are you might actually be more of an audiophile than you realize. And nobody wants to be at a concert every day, but it's nice to have music around the home at an even constant level,
Right.
that blends into your lifestyle, that blends into the decor of your home and adds more ambiance, makes it a better place to be. Because that's, as we age and as we spend less time out in public and more time at home, having those critical spaces that are comfortable
Yep.
and more livable makes it all the better.
And in a very simplistic way, what we do overall is we enhance people's lives with technology, right? So whether that's
Absolutely.
background music everywhere, whether that's awesome displays to consume content in a more rich way, that's what we do. We enhance people's lives with technology via the things that we put in their home, and that's really what we're looking for. We're looking to highlight guys and firms out there who are doing that sort of thing, and just little chunks, and yeah. It's we'll see where this goes. Hopefully it's somewhere far.
Yeah, you're the cool thing is we're open to ideas. We don't have, this is not, set in stone or carved in, into any, permanent areas of anybody's body or anywhere else. Not,
Yep.
this is not permanent. So flexible, creative. You hear what we're saying, and you're like, yeah, if I'd like that, but if we could do this,
Hey, let us know.
let's hear what that's all about.
We're open to it. It's
Absolutely.
it's a great community, and we really want to highlight it. So
So
So with that said,
Man, there's a segue, right? Like
right?
we just go from like community off ramp, on ramp to back out to more outreach, more events.
Yep.
Who was out there in Northern California?
Yeah. So we are coming to Reno, June 5th, and
Coming up soon here, man.
it's
That's
coming up soon.
like 2 weeks.
I fly back home to SoCal tonight. I'm home next week, and then I am back in Reno the week after.
It's the biggest city in the United States. I don't know if you heard that or not.
The biggest little city, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. Biggest little city in the United States. Biggest city
absolutely.
in the United States is somewhere in
I
California.
did hear that as I was photoshopping the sign to put into all of our marketing for this upcoming
The
event.
biggest little city in America. I'll say this.
It's
my
a cool
trip,
place.
yeah, my trip. You're in for a treat, man. Like the trip to Elemental is no
Oh yeah,
no miss. Like
I
it's
love
not a
those
waste of
guys.
time. You'll go there and you'll come away impressed with the factory tour. That's part of what we're doing out there. This is an Oliver marketing outreach event, right? So this is going to be focused on some other brands along with Elemental and
Yep.
Lucetus, but they're kind enough and gracious enough to host us in their space.
Yeah.
What a great way to get a preview of it, and to tie that in. If you stick around for the couple of days after that, you can register for the actual Elemental training.
Right.
So instead of just going to like a trade show or a mixer like what we're doing here with the Oliver team, stick around and actually get your techs and salespeople, easy for me to say,
Right.
Trained up so that they're more effective on how to present linear and how to deploy it, how to how to articulate what the benefits are. I mean, Cameron goes a million miles an hour, and it's hard not to be infected with that guy's enthusiasm and energy. And like you'll be thinking about, Cam said we could do this, and like we can do like it comes at you fast. But when you start thinking about the applications in your own mind, you're like, oh, I get it. I'm going to pick up the appropriate tape light with the right channel, and these are, it's going to fit in the place that I want it to be.
It's true, and as Jayson said, Elemental was very generous in opening up their facility for us for our event on the 5th. That event is going to be it's going to be obviously Lucetta, Elemental are going to be there. We're going to have Black Nova. We're going to have our new lighting line. Lightheaded is going to be there. That's going to be the world premiere. SI is going to be there, and was that it? I think
it's pretty much most of like the fixture
Vantage.
decor.
I'm forgetting about Vantage.
Yeah,
sorry.
How did you forget that?
Vantage is going to be a huge part of this thing, and essentially what we're doing is there's going to be a factory tour in the morning. There's also going to be CEU credits. We are presenting that, so we will have designers and architects who are attending that can be part of this. You can be part of it as well. There is
a good way to meet some of those people.
That's kind of why we're doing this thing. Is we're really just trying to get those communities together, and a little mini trade show, vendor happy hour. Like just for kind of mixing and mingling. And Reno's not a bad place to be. And as Jayson said, if that can be extended into the next couple of days with the Elemental event, we'll put links in our description and everything to kind of describe that. But Elemental will put you up for they'll take care of you out there. They will put you up. They will buy your meals and
get you to and from the airport on the shuttle. They will get you to and from the facility at Elemental. Really, the only thing you got to pay for is plane tickets and then T-shirts if you want to go to the gift shop.
Oh, right.
Or if you got maybe you got that that one-arm bandit, you want to try to arm wrestle a little bit, a little money for the slots.
If you want to go out and have some fun in Reno, yeah, I mean, well, maybe if you grab the right person from Elemental to come with you.
Yeah, well, there's definitely some fun folks at Elemental, and they know how to have a get time. Like I'll say this as the second place rep in the National Rep Grand Prix. I came in runner up to a fellow Canadian, Paul. So at least it was we locked out the top two steps of the podium. But there's all kinds of fun stuff to do there. So even if you're done for the evening and you're lighted out, shall we say,
yeah,
there's no shortage of some things to keep yourself occupied in that neck of the woods.
It's a great spot to be, and I'll put all the information out there, and contact us for more, and it's going to be a good one. We're
not Vegas-y, even though as casino as that kind of stuff goes. Just throwing that out there, Reno is not that, right? Nope. It's got a
whole different vibe.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, you want to go if I wish I lived there kind of because the 4-wheel drive world out there looks insane.
It's true.
You know,
It's
the
true.
off-road land, camping land.
A lot of good spots. Yep,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
don't even know what that's. I don't know. I'm not good at any of those things, but I like to talk about them and imagine it.
Yeah, it's fun to pretend.
Yeah, I can live in a fantasy world. Don't ruin it for me.
But yeah, and you know, we're excited about it. And the event itself is exciting, but what we're kind of excited about is this is really going to serve as the template for further events just like this. And you know, if this works out, if the manufacturer, specifier, and other trades and CI guys mix kind of works out, we want to take this to other places. We want to take this to Portland. We want to take this to Boise. We want to take this all over the place and kind of make this the model for, you know, our outrage to get guys up to speed on lighting in general.
Yeah.
You know, a bunch of mini Lightapaloozas, not that we're going to come close to how awesome that
No, no,
was.
no, no. I
Um,
wish that was the case. I would love to be able to show up with a hotel ballroom for our dealers to be able to
right?
drag clients through and pitch them on all those things. And maybe one day when we get really big and successful, we'll
We'll
be
get
able
there.
to fund a more potent, shall we say, experience center. But for now, let us bring the experience center to you.
Yep.
We've got uh, obviously a ton of different lighting stuff we're talking about here for obviously with the tie-in with Elemental and Vantage, but
Yep.
here in the Pacific Northwest, we've got outdoor audio kits. It's summertime. It's the
Oh
time of
yeah.
year to be out barbecuing and listening to music. Of course, we've got video products, we've got audio products we can demo, we've got Blue Sound product we can bring to you.
Yeah.
We've got Dolly loudspeakers that we can bring and set up for you, for your clients, if
Yep.
you're trying to offer something different than maybe what everybody else has got out there.
Well, I mean, I would definitely, you know, expand on your point about the demo kit for outdoors. It is absolutely the time. If you're in the
Oh,
Pacific
I,
Northwest, that Sonance demo is great. I mean, you can land, you know, you can land those projects. It's a very compact unit. It comes with a Jason Savage to accompany it, and you know, Jason is part of the program, and
I am part
we,
of the program.
you know, roll out, do the demo in the client's backyard, kind of get across to them how, you know, more speakers is better in terms of reproduction and level and that sort of thing. And you know, it's just a great way to
So,
show your client that love and show
yeah.
them a product that they, you know, can really make a difference. And man, now is the time, right? We're almost done with May, so
Yeah,
count it.
well, and that's a great recap too. How did I miss this? I just did an outdoor audio event with Definitive and
Yeah,
Sonance and Blue Sound here in Seattle. So their new showroom, they're consolidating to one big experience center type of situation in Bellevue. So it's really uh, how it's the Graceland of high end electronics. Like you
it's like a
walk.
McLaren showroom, but for
Yeah,
cool audio and
yeah,
video
they have
things,
this. They
right?
have this really cool tagline with the supercar dealership that you can go and do donuts in the parking lot with. Like, where else can you do
Love
that?
that line.
It's great alliteration. It really kind of puts into your mind like, oh, right, like there's a really I've never heard music like this before
Yeah,
in this way, or I've never
yeah.
seen video presented to me in this way. Well, we kind of took those same ideas and set them up in an outdoor audio event over the weekend
Hmm.
with Sonance, with Blue Sound, and the partners at Definitive. So we were able to actually set up for the clients that came out, and again, we had a good turnout.
Yeah.
A little barbecue outside, so the guys at Definitive did it right. But we had several different vignettes set up with an outdoor TV and some bollards, some planter speakers,
Yeah.
and of course the Sonance landscape system, which is no slouch.
Right.
Subwoofers, like it was pardon me, an 16.2.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. So nice wide coverage,
nice
right? Like
wide
nice reinforcement
coverage,
with those subs
a
and
couple nice subs, all stashed in the woods, and the look on people's faces when they walk out there and they're like, I didn't hear it when I was around the corner, but now I'm over here and it sounds like I'm at a concert. And
yeah.
that's kind of one of the beauties of this system,
Well, and,
frankly.
and that's the whole idea, right? Like we go from, you know, everybody's used to, you know, having a pair of Mariners or whatever, they're surface mounted, they're blowing out into the yard. You know, that's your typical thing with, you know, with the Sonance outdoors. It's really just even coverage, right? Like that's what you want in your yard. You want it pointed in. You don't want it, you know, pointed over your fence unless you really don't like your
Right,
neighbors.
unless you're trying to make a point.
Right, exactly, right. You know, just playing Yoko Ono
Yeah,
over and over
oh
at your
my gosh,
neighbors,
yeah.
you're all
Woo.
set. But you know, it really kind of makes that yard a cocoon of sound. It creates a sanctuary, and the demo is the best way to show that. It's really, we've demoed a lot of stuff in the last month or so, and man, demos are killer. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that we can do as Oliver Marketing, as your rep firm. Like, we can completely set up, demos, and let's come out and support you, and help you sell more gear, because that's really what it's all about. Help you create that experience for your client, and get them into that driver's seat for a test drive.
Yeah, well, and I think you get a much higher close rate on
Yeah.
a system that a client's actually heard,
Yeah.
or can have a chance to influence that
Yeah, it's all
direction of that
abstract when it's on a
conversation.
proposal, right?
Yeah, or like,
Outdoor audio, like, that doesn't solicit any emotion there.
what's this going to sound like at my house? Well, tell you what, I'll bring it out. You can check it out for yourself. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe it helps you as a dealer, or you as an integrator out there, to have, have the part of the program guy show up and, maybe be good cop, bad cop, or whatever the relationship is, with the client, to be a support network to the concepts that you're trying to, pitch the client on. And they're like, well, maybe they're not convinced, maybe whatever the objections are.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to argue with how great that system sounds. And maybe if you don't, maybe you're shooting for the stars. If you hit the moon, you're still in outer space, kind of thing, right? Maybe they don't go for the 16.2 outdoor landscape system, but Garden Series isn't a bad place to be. You're still delivering the goods, and it's a fairly painless install, frankly.
Oh, yeah.
Pushing some stakes into the ground, and running some wire, and
get your warehouse guy to dig a trench. You're good.
Yeah, find a place for the subwoofer, and Bob's your uncle, pretty much, right?
Pretty much.
I've never met. I don't have an Uncle Bob, but I'm pretty sure
we all kind of have an Uncle Bob. Don't
we do, actually.
Sort of do.
Well, all right. Yeah, I stand corrected. Fair point. Fair point.
Absolutely. Someday we're gonna get Uncle Bob on a show.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's definitely a character that's overdue, and somebody that has a story to
Needs some
share.
sunshine. Yep.
Agreed.
Need some sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, it's been dark and gloomy here for the last few months, so everybody's coming out of their cocoon, and we definitely need to share some war stories with Uncle Bob. Be a good show.
It's I just need to comment on it. It is so weird being here in person, because usually there's there's a little bit of lag, and it's not quite, we each do things from wherever, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
being in the same spot.
The veneer of mysticism has been lifted off. You're like, what is this guy's house like? Does he really have that many toys on the shelf behind him? The answer to those questions are yes.
I'm looking at him. Yeah, we're looking at him.
Got a few toys up there. Got a little house here, but the Casa de Savage isn't the worst place to be, and it's an honor to have you here in the house.
You've been such a, let me throw a plug in for Tacoma, especially to my wife. It's I have gotten the Rick Steves Europe tour of Tacoma over the last couple of days, and it's great. It's just a great place to be. From everything from the pop tabs at the bar.
Yeah, there's.
I mean, I didn't know what this was. Like, maybe, again, I had no idea. I guess that's a local thing. Tell us about the
pull tabs. So it's a sort of. I'm not sure if it's isolated just to the Pacific Northwest. I know it's definitely a thing in Washington and Oregon. I want to say that there's maybe like a New Hampshire or somewhere like out east that
places with trees.
Yeah,
right?
where you can pretty much do whatever you want with the extra pulp. So, right. So if you imagined that you had a bunch of pulls on a slot machine printed out on paper, and a bunch of them are losers, like pretty much 99% of them are going to be losers. Right. But there are the occasional winners mixed in there. So it's these little pieces of paper that come in different dollar denominations. We were big spenders and got the 25-cent.
I was going to say,
variety.
Dollar denominations is being generous.
It's more fun.
Play for nickels.
Yeah, it's really more fun to try to stretch it out. If you're going to go, I mean, if you're independently wealthy and you want to throw $100 at some pull tabs, like
you have a chance at winning $80.
You do.
You spend 100, win 80.
You could do well on the dollar tabs, and there are some that are even more expensive than that. Sure. We didn't hit that level of debauchery while we were out.
No, but we didn't have enough PBRs.
They exist,
to that point, right?
Exactly. But essentially, it's like going to the casino, and there are these little pieces of paper, and you crack them open, and it'll tell you if you won or not.
Yep.
That's
There's like
that's what it comes
three of
down
the same
to.
things in a row. You won it, and you go see what you won, and it's
So
usually a couple
if you
bucks.
love scratch offs, if you're into that sort of stuff, if you're into bingo, into Keno, there's a lot of different variations. But I was able to take Mr. Barlow out to a bar called O'Malley's.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Kind of like the Pina Colada song, and show him the way of the pull tab. And we came away. We wasted $7. We won $1 back.
Two of mine, 5 of Jayson's. Just
yeah, well, I mean that's fine. You can call me out as a degenerate. It's okay. But we scratched them off, and you got a chance to check out the pull tab.
It was an experience. It was certainly.
Yeah, it's not a highbrow experience, and it's maybe not one that you want to do again, but it's something I think that it's a pretty low risk opportunity to try something different.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing Tacoma a huge disservice by just highlighting the pull tabs.
That's the part
it is
that
an
resonated.
Awesome place.
I get it.
No, well, totally unique for me, but
Yeah,
like
good.
it's just a great place here. Seattle and Tacoma, it's awesome and great dealers. Great just a great community.
Yeah, how many
here.
good conversations did you have on Tuesday, right?
Oh
like,
man, that's
a
the best
lot of
part
guys
of these
that are the guys that are like strangers even, or like, hey, can you tell me about this? Or hey, I know you, or we saw you on the podcast. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
I've been getting some feedback on some viewership and some listeners. Like,
yeah, can always use more. So
absolutely.
tell
So
your friends.
yeah, like and subscribe, and tell everybody all about it, and if you're interested in having us show up, if you're interested with interacting with us, maybe you'd like to be on the show, you've got something you want to present, there's a lot of different ways that we can spin a cast into a marketing exercise for you, into promotion for you. And these are all services that we provide free of charge.
Yeah. And, again, it's all about promoting the community. Like I feel truly blessed that I'm part of this CI community. And, I know Jayson feels the same way.
Absolutely.
We're just honored as all hell to represent you guys. And
I tried to get out, and I felt like I was lost. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
They pulled me
out here.
back
Exactly. It's not quite mafioso level, but it's one of those things where you're like, I don't belong in this neighborhood. I need to get back to where I belong. That's kind of where I feel.
It's a great group, and I think again, as a community, it's awesome. Some real, just people driving 300 miles to come to our line show
says a lot.
It says a ton, and we thank you, and we're looking forward to doing more. We really want to have a big bear hug here.
Yeah,
so
we keep writing this check for future events in the summer. I am working diligently on that with Uncle Bob and the powers that be to come up with some firm dates. Once we get that set in stone, it'll be kind of fast and furious. But
and while you're doing all the actual work, I'm coming up with cornball shit like fun T-shirts and what kind of fun things we can do with these events. Right. So yeah, it'll be a good one.
I think so. I think we're going to have some fun this summer and continue to power through and help make you guys a success. Your success is our success. We're nothing without you. So let us know what we can do to help you all.
Absolutely. So let's see. So we've recapped our Sony shows. Mm-hmm. We have talked about our June event at Elemental, which is coming up fast. Registration in the description.
Register.
We are we talked about doing demos and Sonance, and we talked about pull tabs. So we
talked about pull tabs, talked about Tacoma, talked about McMinimans. You didn't even mention that.
I didn't even mention that. I mean, that's highlighted the whole thing was I stayed in an old Elks temple called McMinimans.
Yep.
I screw that up all the time, but man, it is just the coolest place because not only can you be haunted by all these people, but as you walk around, you see plaques that describe like, oh yeah, I saw that guy in my room last night. He was totally in there watching me sleep. And it's just such a cool place. I highly suggest. There's like 6 bars in there, 7 bars,
something like that. There's even a hidden speakeasy down there.
Speakeasy.
We went to the little tiki lounge last night. I mean, with the waterfall and the
Mai Tais, poo platters, Mui heads, all that good stuff.
I know. I think Tacoma has a long history, and not all of it's super bright and rosy with some of the cultural challenges and things that have happened here in the city, but it's all celebrated and it's all here, and
cool spot.
Yeah, it's
great city.
It's been fun. It's been fun to have you here, man.
It's been fun to be here, and I guess that's a good place to sign off, right?
I agree. I think, we've kind of rocked it around the clock. We've got to be close to our, at
So,
least 45-minute limit, and certainly our
getting
kind of
hungry.
hour window.
It's
Well,
getting to be mealtime.
yeah, I mean, that's really the next conversation, isn't it? I mean, are we going for soul food? Are we going for,
let's identify the soul food place real fast. Let's make
Southern
sure
Kitchen?
that let's give them a plug, because
It could happen.
I think you got your answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's a for a guy that grew up in Central Florida and grew up around Southern food, to have a little shingle hung out there in the Pacific Northwest, that has hush puppies, corn cakes, collard greens, black-eyed peas, macaroni and cheese from church, and arguably some of the best chicken fried steak or brisket, or you name it. If it's fried, it's going to be delicious, and it's at the Southern Kitchen in Tacoma. I don't know how we got onto that on ramp, but
Hey.
I love those guys. Biggest iced teas that in the world.
I mean, authentic, right? Like that's
the
your
real
jam,
deal.
baby.
It's the real deal.
Nice.
So yeah, so come out to Tacoma, come out and hang out with us. Reach out to us for some, dealer support.
Yeah.
You want to do an event. You want to help us pitch a client on some things, add some credibility to what you guys are up to out there.
Yep.
That's our whole purpose in being in this game.
We're here for you. So let's we'll say goodbye for now. Please like and subscribe. Check out our other stuff. Watch for our events that are coming. And for Mr. Jayson Savage, I'm Mr. Chris Barlo, and for Oliver Marketing, we're out of here.
Thanks, everybody. Bye bye.
Thanks.